years of its existence as EA Sports welcomes you to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Oakland Raiders. Two 1-2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in Week 4. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. The completion to Riddick. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Here we go. 93. 56, the mark, boys. 56.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Big series right here. We got to step it up.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now on 2nd and 13. Carr, the connection here with Nelson Aguilar. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. 2nd and 13. Being chased out left. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down.
Single slot. Hey, watch 85. Watch 85. Man left. 24 is the mic. I got it. Oh, yeah, I'm good.
They'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Single, slot. Hey,
they'll look to throw here. And he'll find Hall. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A big play there. 84 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. Point after, right down the middle. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we are tied at 7. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, It's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Coming to you.
Now Riddick. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and
These two teams all tied after one.
first quarter. With the score tied 7-7.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. They'll set up a throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Hall. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back.
Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Nelson Aguilar. His first touchdown on the year. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. Gold to add the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This field a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down late at the 20.
You say what? I'm talking about that nigga Chef. He talking about he gonna pull out. He left all the nigga.
That shit went out. Like, power went out of my neighborhood and shit, because it was windy as a bitch that night.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than
the extra point. Man. You got to get Lamar Jackson, man.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Jalen Hurts has my quarterback.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Dante Pettis, his second touchdown on the season. And the 49ers have retaken the lead. Now the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead.
Yeah.
What you playing with, your shooter? Your shooter, Phil?
A big, yeah. I done got VC for my shooter, like, I'm gonna put that VC on his head when I get on him, though. So my big.
This is taking about 7 yards deep.
My well-rounded wing.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taking
I got
down
like
back
15
shy
bands
of the
for
20.
it right now for my shooter.
The Raider offense
You know,
set
it's
to
three
get
maxed
this
out
drive
and all
started.
shit all
And last time the
crazy.
formula was pretty
You know
simple.
what I'm
One
saying?
play drive.
I'm really just trying to find a shot that fit him.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
I find a shot that
Picked
fit him.
off by Quan
Be nice.
Alexander. And he is going to get this
Everything
one
else
back to the
kinda wrong.
20-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Got 4 dudes, yo. Two of my dudes is already 97 overall. That's my shooter and my big man. My shooter big man. Then I got 2
I ain't got no
Now it's
90s.
Breida.
Ain't none of my niggas
Get this
90s
one
that.
down to about the
I got my
17.
two-way sharpshooter.
A gain of 3, second
He
down.
89 overall. And then, like I say, I got that well-rounded.
Here's the 2nd and 7. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end.
Hey,
And
Bear,
they
what
corral
court
him
you
just
trying
a
to go to?
couple
Look at
yards
these
shy
games.
of
You
the end
started.
zone. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone.
They'll try to
for
run
San
for it on
Francisco
1st and goal.
touchdown. Matt Breida, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed.
Waiting on you,
well
nigga.
blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
I sent you a job.
The kickoff unit is out on the field,
sent you
and
a
they will
squad
send
number.
this one away.
3 out there? Just 2.
This is taking about 7
My
yards
homie
deep.
just pulled up, too.
And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
5 yards will get them back to the original line of scrimmage, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10.
What niggas at with it?
Check 56. Here we go. Express. Mike 56. Mike 56. Watch the out. Watch the out.
This nigga Val, I don't know what he doing.
Oh, come
And
on.
it
That
falls
was a pick.
incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been
That's it.
great.
Oh,
The
that
good
ain't
news
even
for
the
the
right
defense
ball.
now, it's 4th down.
Val, come to the
Here's
spot.
Matt Wild now, standing just about on his own
Ball,
goal
come to the
line.
spot.
He ain't trying to hoop. He ain't trying to
He
hoop.
gets
man.
this
He doing
away.
that.
It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from getting. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
Oh, my God. He was open. He was open. See, they don't even let me run with Jalen Hurts.
He's the one that drops him this go-around. And that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks.
To get away from the blocks and everything. As low as
really in a hole here. 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays.
I don't think you got it, son. Come on. 24's the mark. Hey.
On play action, they'll throw. Rolling to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
And his kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Yeah, obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with our EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do.
He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 37. A big play there for the Niners. 42 yards.
First down, 49ers.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the game of 7 on a 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hall. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 18.
Did y'all just see the ball go through me, though?
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Bullshit, bro.
Eluding the pressure right.
He'll
try and run it. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions.
Oh, right in front of the ball. This nigga ball with the ball
he decided
right
better
through
pull
me.
it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
2nd and 1. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you
We
always
gotta
expect
stop
it to be a
beating
sack.
one time.
That
You
wasn't
know,
the case there. They completed the
by
pass.
2.
Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. They come out here in the eye. It's Coleman here. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Tevin Coleman. His first touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. They run it with Breida. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Get in his face.
That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 6. Kind of the start terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
And the completed pass for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Carr, and that going to be incomplete. A lot of no call, and it's 3rd down.
And now offensively, it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now, the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him to find him. Find him.
Here's Matt Weil now as he's on to punt for Oakland. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is fielded at the 27. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
Well, where you went? Where we going?
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Single receiver.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10.
Running from us, though. Look at that shit.
Second and 10. He'll buy some time right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Niggas just getting lucky because they having them dive at my legs. Jalen Hurts is going to be out, though. You better believe it.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down.
Man, y'all put me with this fucking big-ass glass lock. This nigga big as shit. Straight out blank arms and shit.
He'll look to throw. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
24 is the mic. Record. 24 is the mic. Let's go.
He'll look to throw.
He's going to be sacked.
They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Max Crosby showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4.
Take off, but that nigga too goddamn slow. The line be like, nah. Fucking line be like,
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Fofo's the mic. Mike Fofo. Right here. 44, Mike, 44. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
2nd and 14.
Good baby, boy.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They're going to look to throw. Completes it to Samuel. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter. This quarterback now right at the 300-yard mark with still a quarter plus to go. It's 1st and 10. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Only a yard on the gain there as time will run out on this third quarter play. Back now in the East Bay. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter.
Oh,
2nd and 9 now. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The Niners on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4.
That shit is a 97 overall.
They'll look to throw.
Talking about ball out shooting.
That's going to be caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Dante Pettis.
No, we had played.
Touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point attempt to follow here.
That was that nigga?
And that will bump the lead up to 26.
What's your bad?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while. Many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. This is Riddick on the screen. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. He lost a big chunk.
He dragged you into the drum.
Leads to fourth down.
When they be doing that
Here's Matt
cheese
Lyle
shit,
now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And it's fielded at the 34. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Let's get off the field.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Come on, man.
And he's going to go down again.
It has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
About to get all this yards.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Oh my gosh, yo, why ain't y'all blocking, yo? I like the nigga right through the fucking middle. Like,
get in there for 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling that?
Because that nigga get sacked 3 times.
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking.
Ooh, your man went 3 and out?
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack.
My lineman went blocking and got my quarterback sacked 3 times in a row.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm. A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now.
This nigga will not get out the fucking pace.
6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. He sets to this is caught inside the 15.
Wow, this nigga just mossed me, bro. Look at this shit, yo.
We inch our way to the 2-minute warning. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the
I think
4th,
that's
but they
Judy,
do not want to give
too,
up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
Ball out. We finna wait for this nigga chef, bro.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
This nigga doing that cheese-ass blitz, yo.
Just inside the 10.
This nigga is doing that cheese-ass. Well, he loses,
It becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Watch the dude right there in the corner.
He'll drop to throw.
Come on, no, it doesn't let me run. See, they don't be going, they don't be getting me this shit like they be giving Lamar, yo. You know how you can speed out of the backfield like he got the escape artist, right? But still though, man, my quarterback is fast as a bitch, yo. Jalen Hurts is fast, I just did it.
Or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield.
His acceleration is like 89, yo. Like real shit, yo. Look, see his.
the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge.
Hey, Chef, when you coming to the park, man?
He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here."
I don't even think I got. I don't even think I got a superstar trade up Jalen Hurts. To be honest with you,
as they continue,
I think I do. I don't know.
Put this one
I'm about to finish. I'm about to be done this game in a little bit. It's 1 minute left in the fourth quarter. I'm beating the shit out of this dude. I'm surprised he ain't quit.
Throwing again. Carr. He finds Wooded complete. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5. Up to the 25-yard line. You got the big lead.
I'm gonna have to check on that to see if I do got Jalen Hurts.
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running.
And now nothing but green ahead of him.
Yo, this nigga Judy, yo, be getting wide open on some slick shit.
Touchdown, Oakland.
This nigga was, yo, I don't know how he even got wide open.
of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Again, they'll throw with Carr. Rush coming, and he's taken down. So trying to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Which means it had to be good coverage, just got nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you're trying to throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open.
Niggas be trying to get that shit, yo. Some niggas do get it, though. Somebody got it on me. I don't know if Jalen Hurts.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell able to record his 5th sack of the season. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Sliding out of the pocket. Give him 9 on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for San Francisco, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL.